Hello, my name is Samuele Contusabile and today I'm going to present a social media presentation. The overall purpose of this presentation will be analyzing why if is social media is a bad influence on people and how much is social media influencing for consumers and companies around the world. Social media has always been depicted as a bad influence on people. Indeed, people spend a lot of time on social media, especially on their phones, and they're pretty much the center of the attention of our daily life nowadays, especially for younger generations. And social media have become so popular because many industries and many companies all around the world have put themselves on the first have put social media on the first place as a marketing strategy because of many people using them. Therefore, social media basically both many pros and cons. I would say that many of the pros is that it gets consumers' attentions for companies. Therefore, companies can pretty much put a lot of money on social media because they will have a higher return, basically basing their data on how much people are using the platform and how many people buy online nowadays. And there's a lot of work opportunities, especially in the advertising world, and there's a lot better chance to get to have new friends, and obviously it's much better to communicate. Therefore, it would be much easier to communicate with your family and your friends through social media than without, because it would be just easier with video calls, messages, uh, and other kinds of platforms. And the cons of social media would be that people are actually addicted by them. This will means that a lot of people use it for the majority of their days. Again, especially younger generations, and the company can easily create algorithms and other kinds of codes in order to get the consumers' behavior, to get control on consumers' behavior. Therefore, putting ad, trying to push some kind of fake news, for example, which is another cons. And it's also the bad thing about social media is that many companies, for example, like Facebook, that had a lot of scandals in the past, they can get track of people's private information, and therefore, if there isn't enough security, many companies can get this information and use them to basically push ads on someone else's, and therefore get an easier control over people's mind and behavior. One of the biggest part of the social media problem is the fake news. For fake news, we're trying to say that a lot of news on internet, on social media, on these online platforms are fake because they're misleading. Therefore, they're not getting the right information, the right sources, and therefore they can mislead the consumers, the customers, and therefore people. And therefore there is the need, indeed, the viral news, therefore the news that everybody gets, are mostly bad news because they basically travel faster than good news, and therefore social media platforms are like newspapers, online blogs, or anything, try to get out as many as bad information, as bad news as they can possibly can, because they know that what is consumer want to watch or see. Another thing about social media is that it's addictive. Many people are addicted by it. Many people spend the majority of their day looking and scrolling on Instagram or Facebook, especially younger generation, and therefore it will be much easier to control this kind of people over the years than people that don't use social media or use it or they control themselves on using them. Another problem would be that platforms, very rich platforms like Facebook, create algorithms to get people attention, and therefore they create these algorithms so that people spend most amount of time on the platform. Therefore, it will be much easier for them to push products, to place ads, and therefore a lot of companies pay a lot of money on Facebook, on Instagram, because they know that is where most of the consumers come from. And therefore, corporation choose will be basically the ones that are actually choosing the products for you, even though you think you'll be the one. And therefore, the control of information, the control of the control is basically switched from the person to actually the corporation or the platform. And the possible solutions to all these problems could be an increase of regulations, therefore legal regulations that can protect the privacy of people, and also increase the security and the sources of the information, therefore being more aware of who is publishing, where are the sources coming from, and therefore and also try to create a less addictive environment and algorithms for people that are actually the ones making decisions rather than the corporations or the platform behind the person. Thank you very much for watching.